All right, well, welcome. My name's Keith with CoreLogic. Matrix, this is like the beginning introduction of it, correct? We're all in the right class and everything? Okay, cool. Sounds like we all know how to log in. You just get onto the website, a browser. You can use any browser you like. You can use Chrome, Firefox. That's why I suggested use Chrome on there. We can just download that there too. Have any of you used this on your cell phones? You know you can use it on your cell phones too. Okay. It is not an app on your phones. So on your phones, and you don't have to do it now, all you do is just open up your browser on your cell phone. Chrome, Internet Explorer, well, I don't think they have that on the phone. Safari, and type in the knw.mlsmatrix.com on your phone. Now, once you get to the login screen, you could save it as an icon on your phone.
I didn't know you could save it there.
Yeah, you can save the icon there, right. Okay. And then when you log in, I think it'll even ask you, do you want to save your user ID and password, so that way when you open the icon up, it'll already have it in there and just hit go and it takes you in.
I guess I'm old school. And should I not ask questions?
No, go for it.
I'm not one for saving passwords. You think it's safe?
Well, you know what? I think that's great that you don't. That's probably the best. Two reasons. One, you never know who gets access. Now, it is on your phone, so no one should really have your phone and get into it on there, so it should be safe. And if it's your own computer, you should be safe. But I kind of like not to do it just because it makes me remember what my password is, and it helps me, keep my memory sharp, and I'm always typing it in. Because what happens if your computer died and you had to borrow someone else's computer? Well, then all of a sudden you're just like, oh, what's my password? Well, you know it because you have to type it in all the time. So it's always safe not to save your password. So if you did, make sure it's your own computer and not an office computer, and make sure it's your own phone and not someone else's phone out there. But safe not to do it, I think.
Once that I guess I'm just
sure. No, and that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That way you don't have to worry about it. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and log in here. If I can remember my password. Hey, I can excuse. I have to do this all over the country. So.
You get one too many going, don't you?
Yeah, you sure do. Now, this is the home page. Now, when you first log in, if you're on your cell phone, you log in. It might take you to a different view. It might take you to a mobile version of this here. But on that mobile version on your cell phone, there is a link at the bottom that will take you into the full version. So you can get this full version on your phone. Even though when you first log in on your phone, it's a mobile version, but at the very bottom it says full sites. And are you down there now on your phone? Okay. Okay.
You're on Supra.
Oh, you're on Supra. The KNW, remember the KNW? Dot. Let me. Yeah, just do KNW. Dot MLS Matrix. You got it? Okay, okay. And then, but like I said, when you first come in on your phone, it'll be a mobile version of it. But at the bottom of that mobile version, it'll say full site, and it'll take you to this full version here. Okay, and true story, I actually taught the entire Matrix 3-hour class on my cell phone once. I hooked it up to a projector, and because I had trouble with the laptop and stuff, so I did that there. Okay.
I got M&M's chocolate.
Oh, really?
KNW.
Right. Dot.
Oh,
MLSmatrix.com.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And then go.
Got it.
Okay. And then at break or something, I'll help you save it as a desktop icon there. Now, I saw the deer in the headlights look when you guys looked at my screen, and you're looking at your screen, and you looked at my screen, and you're like, I don't have the same stuff you guys got up there. Well, one, you should have these news and alerts over here. Do you see all these news and alerts here that you've got? You know, when you log in, you see these messages here. Okay. Please read these. This is what Nancy puts out there, for, your MLS puts out there for you guys to read. So make sure you read these here. You got some other stuff. One thing I want to show you, do you see how I'm moving these around? You can just drop those in places wherever you like. So you might have some stuff, but you might have to scroll down to the bottom here and find some of these little, we call them widgets. Okay? But you can move them and drop them where you like. The only one you cannot move is this one called News and Alerts. That one's stuck up there. But all these other ones you can move around and in place. You do have this widget here. I don't have any listings, but you should have one that says My Listings, and it should have your active listings, your office listings there. So that says Quick Access. You can pull those up and do those there. Okay. Okay, next, over here in the top right, or anywhere on your screen, do you have a widget called Concierge? Probably not. For $20 a month, we will turn this on for you. Okay, no, I'm joking. It's free. And let me explain what this is. Have either of you used the auto emails in Matrix? You have. Okay. Do you know what auto?
Auto, I have sent emails.
Well, automatic emails. We used to call it a auto prospecting search. Have you used Fusion or ML Exchange in the past years? Okay. We called it. Well, one time we used to call it Flash, and we changed the name because people were flashing their customers, and we were getting sued for it. No, I'm joking. It's an old term. Have you ever heard that term, Flash? Okay. It's what we call an auto email now. It's where you set up a search based on what your client wants. Let's say Sue. Let's say Sue's my client. And I would save a search for Sue, and I would have the system automatically look for new matches every day until when it finds something, it would automatically send it to Sue and copy me on it. Does that sound right, Dana?
Yes.
Okay. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, but you haven't used Matrix for that yet.
No, I haven't.
Okay, so we will show you that.
I've taken about 3 years off of real estate.
Oh, okay, okay,
I've kept my license going,
okay.
but I haven't.
Okay, so in all intents and purposes, you're kind of new, or at least with Matrix, you're brand new, right?
Yeah, and so that's the reason I'm here.
Okay, perfect, perfect.
I mean, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know the system, you know the routine and stuff, but now we got a new product where you do it on the old system there.
Like I go in and look at listings and,
Perfect.
Stuff like this, but, to do anything, like I said, I haven't done anything to it.
Okay.
I've been laying off.
But that sounds familiar, that auto email, that where you save a search and have it go out. Well, the concierge is when you want to do that, but not send it to the client first. You want to look at it before they do. Okay? So, like in my example here, Justin and Eileen, I've got 2 searches, one for Justin, one for Eileen, and they are waiting for my approval. See, there's 24 listings, need your approval. So Justin will never see those 17 until I actually click on it, look at them, and say, you know what, I think he'll like this house. I think he'll like that house. I think he'll like that house. As I select them, I come down here to the bottom, and I approve them. Now there's only 14 because I just approved 3 of them, and they got sent to him, and so forth there. Okay? Now, if I don't think he would like any of these houses, I would select the ones I don't think he likes, and I would reject them. See, I'm at 14. If I reject 4 of them, I'm down to 10 right there. Now, do your clients ever change their mind?
Oh, do they ever?
Do they ever? Okay. So then what you can do here is, well, after I've been doing this for weeks and weeks and months, he comes back and says, I changed my mind. Maybe we will look at this or that. Well, what we can do here, if you notice, we keep track of all the ones you've rejected over the years or over the months and weeks, okay? So you can go back and see which ones, as long as they're still available, as long as they're still not sold or come off the market, as long as they're still meeting his criteria, you can go back and unreject it and send it to him. Does that make sense? Yeah. Now that is the concierge, okay? that is the auto email, but it's sending it to you first before it goes to them. I think most of us will probably say, nah, just send it to Justin, just send it to Eileen, let them look at it. I'm too busy, my time is too valuable, let them. And in fact, if I was your client, I don't even know what I'm looking for. So I'd say, hey, just send me everything in this area in that price range that I told you about, and let me weed through them and stuff. But some realtors like to do that, to look at before it goes to them. Okay.
Did you get the situation too? You got this client that you had 14. They want to see 14 next Saturday.
Yeah. Oh wow.
So you have that situation.
Sure. Yeah. Probably the best example I like to use in that concierge is if Justin or Eileen was looking for something that you can't really search for. I always use the example of white kitchen cabinets. Do you ever have any clients that have to have a white kitchen cabinet or something like that, Or they'll say, I want a big kitchen. What does that mean, big kitchen? So you kind of have to look at them first to see if it meets their criteria, big kitchen, because there's no field in the MLS that says big kitchen. So you send it to yourself first, you look at the pictures, and you decide the room dimensions, say, yeah, I think that's big enough for them, so let me send it to them. It's a little extra work on your on your behalf, but it could be a benefit to you. Okay, I will show you that. Okay, I will show you how to set that up, but it's part of the auto email. Okay. After that, you got recent portal visitors. If I keep sending listings to Eileen and Justin, but I never see their name pop up here in the recent portal visitors, are they looking at those emails I send them? No, because when I send this to them, they'll get an email from me, and it will. And as soon as they open it up, it doesn't matter if they open it on their cell phone or if they open it on their computer. As soon as they open that email up, boom, you'll see their name pop up there. And when they receive emails, you'll be able to see if they can save houses that they like, they could reject houses, and they can leave you notes. Did you guys know that on your portal out there? We had that with ML Exchange and Fusion years ago. We'd send it to them, it was on their gateway, and then they could save it or reject it and leave notes. A lot of people didn't know that with our old system, but we had that too. So that's a good thing to keep an eye on, is all the people that you email, make sure they're looking at it. Okay. Carts, probably won't talk about that until a second class. You guys coming back for the second class today? Okay. We'll talk about cards. I really like cards, though. And favorite searches. We'll probably talk about that one, too, in the second class. We do have hot sheets and Market Watch here. I think that's on our second class agenda, too. This first class is kind of keeping things kind of simple. And we do have a search widget here that you can do a quick search. Because you notice up here, we got a search box up here. But this is just a quick search. Now, you see all these tabs here at the top. Okay, there is a help. So if you need to watch videos or tutorials or a training manual, we've got those up there under help. Nancy and I are special. We get admin, so be nice to us, or we'll turn off your access here. Market reports. That's kind of nice. That's a little bit more advanced, though. We'll probably talk about that one in the next class, too. Input is where you go and add listings, make price changes, add photos. Have you guys used that one yet? Add listings, price changes? Okay. Links. We have a lot of links here that your MLS wants us to put, like to the tax records, Fannie Mae and NAR and Supra and some other neat sites there. Okay, that's under links. Finance, some calculators where you can do closing costs, net proceeds, things like that. I'm going to skip my matrix. RPR, zip form, that's not us. That's another company, another product. So you can always take a zip form class or an RPR class or information. I'm sure Nancy's very well versed on those products there. She can help you with those. Yeah. So that's even though it's in Matrix, it's not a Matrix thing. It's another products that we tie into the system. And then stats and market reports are kind of more advanced stuff. So really, of all these tabs up here, there's really only 3 we're going to focus on today. And this is your bread and butter system of the product. The first one is home. Okay? And I've kind of talked about the home page already a little bit. The second one is search, where you can go and search for properties. And I think that's very important, don't you think, today? How to save a search, how to email listings, how to print stuff. And then the third one is My Matrix. Those are the 3 most important tabs that you need to worry about with Matrix. And under My Matrix is where you find all your contacts, find your auto emails and save searches, find your listings, your information. If you haven't been to My Information yet, you're going to want to. CMAs, sent email, settings. I'm not sure if we talk about CMAs in this first class or the next class. No, that's in the second class. I see it on the agenda for the second class. Okay. And so forth here. Okay. Now, if you want to follow along with me today, I'm actually going to do a search for a client. We're going to do a lot of things for a client today. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to first go to my contacts here and see. Yeah, I've got a lot of contacts in here. Okay, I'm going to work with a client today called Claire. Claire is going to be a client of mine. And if you want to do this too, either add yourself to your contact list, or better yet, make up a name. See, I've got a lot of stupid names up here, okay, like Crystal, Clear, and skipped over, and kneel down, and stuff like that. So you can either do the same, just make up a name, give them your email address, or don't give them your work one. Do you guys have 2 email addresses, like a work one and then a personal one? If you do have a personal one, down here at the bottom, do you see the add button? That way, because here's why I don't recommend putting yourself in here, because if you do a search from you to you, you might get confused. Who's the realtor, who's the client here? But if we make up a name, or use, a lot of times I use my dog's name in there. I'll send listings to my dog using my email address. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he's looking for too much, and I don't think he's going to afford it, but anyways. That way, when I receive it, I say, oh, okay, that's not really a client looking for it. It's him, and I can practice there. So if you want to practice, you don't have to, but I'm going to go down here and add a new client. Do you see this add button down here? See, I'm under My Matrix Contacts. And then I come down to the bottom and I hit add. Now you notice the 3 required fields we have to do. First name, last name, and an email address. Do you have clients that don't have an email address? Believe it or not, there might be some people out there that don't have email addresses, so you have to give them one. And I'll explain what I would do in that case. Okay. So my client was Claire, so I'm going to type in her first name, Claire. Her last name is Voyant. Clairvoyant.
Why don't I have the same thing?
Are you under contacts?
Click on contacts.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Okay, go down here and go to add.
Oh,
And then add.
well,
Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it?
I'm sorry, I'm terrible.
That's all right. That's okay. Okay, so we got first name Claire. I got her last name. Now, if Claire doesn't have an email address, what would you recommend?
I guess email to yourself.
Put your own email address in there. That's not bad. That's what I would use. That's what I used to do a long time ago. But I think there's a better way. Give her one. I'm going to give her one called claire@noemail.com. Is it a good one? No. Is it an actual one that she'll be able to start using now? No. But it looks like a good format, email format. The system doesn't know that it's bogus, that it's fake. I see the word no email in there, and I know, oh, it's not a good email. So it satisfies the system, and then it alerts me to know that, oh, she doesn't really have an email address. Make sense? I don't like giving them my Yahoo one or my personal one just because then all of a sudden I get all these people with my Yahoo one, and they can't get it anyways, right? So that's what I would do. Okay, just make up one if they don't. But in real life, you would, of course, give them their email address. Now, if I hit show all fields here, you notice you can do additional names. Now, if Claire was married, and let's say it's Claire and Bob, I like putting spouses' names in the first name together here. And then down here, the additional names might be for our kids' names, things like that. But I'll just take Bob's name out. I'll just leave it at Claire. Okay. Do you know you can put multiple email addresses in here? Do clients have more than one email address? Sure. Especially if it was a husband and a wife. You do Claire's email, and then you do a comma, and you type in Bob's email address. And this is actually my Yahoo email address. So if you're typing in a fictitious person here, or making someone up, or whatever, give them instead of that no email that I just did, give them your other email address, like your personal one, not your work one. Okay, give them your other one. So when I send listings today to Claire, I can open her email up and show you what it looks like because I'm sending it to my Yahoo email address. Okay? So a colon, a comma, or a semicolon, you can type up to 5 email addresses in here. And then here it says, Dear Claire, you can say hi or hello, or and here you can say custom. Custom, you can type in your own salutation. So I'll leave it there. Then, of course, you can type in their address or business address, and you can type in notes. And then when you're done, just hit save. Okay? Any questions? That's all we did. We just went to My Matrix Contacts, and we used the Add button, and I typed in Claire, and I gave her my Yahoo, so that way when I do a search, email her and stuff, you can see all the stuff I've done for her. Okay? All right, so those are the 3 tabs: Home, Search, and the third one is called My Matrix here. Okay? Now, do you know the difference between an auto email and a saved search? Either of you?
I guess save search is just something you looked up, and auto email is something you have sent out.
Absolutely. It's an active. Auto email is an active search. Save search is an inactive search. Okay? They're both searches. People don't see the name search next to auto emails, and they don't think it's a search. They just think they're emails. Well, it's an email, an automatic email based on that search that you saved. So, auto emails are active searches, and those are inactive searches. So when I do a search here in a little bit, and I throw in some criteria for Claire, and I save it, it's going to give me 2 options to save it. Do you want to save it as an automatic email that goes out actively every day finding new matches, or just save it? And it's there. I can look it up and run it anytime I want, but there's no action to it. Okay? Very, very important that you know the difference there. Okay? And then, of course, we got my information here. Now, what I'd like to show you is this recent portal visitor here. And I just want to show, let's just go in real quick, do a search for Claire. I don't want to get fancy in our searches, okay? We're just going to go in and throw in some price range and an area and bedrooms, get the results, and email it to someone. Have you guys been doing that already? Okay, so let's do that now. I'm just going to go up to search. I'm going to pick residential quick. We'll come back. We'll hit this really hot and heavy later. We'll get more complicated with this and all that stuff. I really want to make sure you understand all the different ways you can search. So that's very important. But for now, I'm just going to do active. We'll do, I always do hurricane. I don't know why. And I pronounced that right? Hurricane, not hurricane. Okay. See, you can tell I've been here before. I've been down here for 16 years, by the way. Just you might have been in my classes before. Let's see here. Price. I'm going to say 100, 150. Probably should have went a little higher. You notice down here I got 20 matches down here at the bottom. Next, once I do that, I go to results, and here are those 20 houses. Now, if I want to change the criteria on that, right up here from results, I go right back to criteria. Now I can say, you know what, I also want at least 3 or more bedrooms, and I want at least 2 or more bathrooms, total baths. And now you see I'm down to 8 matches down here at the bottom. Okay. And now I go to results. Does that make sense? The flow back and forth and stuff? Okay. Now, I want to email. I'm going to pick 3 houses here. I'm going to pick this one, and that one. And I want to email that to Claire. That leads me to the bottom here. See the actions? Refine, save, and carts. I'm not ready to save this search yet, but I'm going to go to actions, and I'm going to hit email. Now I'm going to pick Claire's name. I'm going to start typing in Claire. And there you go. Blind carbon copy me or not, yes or no. I'll say no in this one. And subject. I'm just going to email her 3 listings for you to look at. And then the message. Here are those 3 listings. Come down here. You notice I already got my signature with my partner there. He's 8 years old now, so you can tell that's an old photo. And then I hit send. Now, when I hit send, did it ever ask me which view to send this to them in the full view? Because you see over here, agent, you notice we got the client summary, we got the client 8 photo, we got the client full. Did it ever ask me which view to send it in? Okay. Does that mean I sent this view right here to them, the agent single line? No. Let me show you what they get. Whenever you send emails, let's go up here. Let's do my.yahoo.com. And let me log in. Sign in right there. Type in my yahoo.com. And next. And then password, if I can remember it. Okay. Now, this is Claire logging into her email now. Maybe. I thought I just did that. Okay. Let's go to mail, see if I've got my mail here. Here we go. Do you see that? 3 listings for you to look at. It's coming from her realtor, Keith. So she opens this up. Here are those 3 listings. She sees my beautiful picture, and there's the link. She clicks on it, and this is what she sees. She sees my header up here. Have you guys already set up your banner, your header in Matrix? Okay, we're going to talk about that. That's why I'm doing this first. 1, you'll see what they see, and 2, it'll say, hey, I better get a banner up there because you don't want it to look ugly. You don't want it to be blank up the top. Now, it will be black if you haven't set it up, and it'll have your name, but that's it. I think you're going to want to have something up there. And see, here are those 3 listings. Now, what Claire can do, and you see right here, welcome Claire. Okay, what she can do, she can go and pick any of those views. She gets to do that. Okay, whatever view she leaves this at will be the view she always sees them at the next time she comes back in. Now, when you copy yourself on these emails, you might change it to the full view. Well, that doesn't mean Claire's seeing it in that same view. She gets to choose what she wants to see. So that's one thing when you email them listings, maybe have it in your message that change the display to a view that you like. And then whatever view they pick is the view they get to have all the time.
Now, when you do auto emails, you can set it up to where it will send it that
No,
way, correct?
no. Okay. Same ways on auto emails. And because a lot of people think when they save that auto email, they think they're saving that view too. Okay. Someday, that's on my wish list, to have you pick which view you want them to see when they first opened it. Give each agent the ability to. That's my wish list. But at the moment, no. It's the same thing as what I just showed you here. The very, very first time you ever email someone, it will be that single line. But if they click on the MLS number, it changes to the full view. Or if they go to display, they can choose that. But if they leave it on this view, that will be always their view, no matter if it's an auto email or a manual email. It'll always be this view, what they choose. So right. But yes, that's my wish list to choose. Now, once you do this, please encourage your clients. Do you see the heart right here and the light bulb? Please encourage your clients to save it as a favorite or save it as a possibility. I will also say in a couple months, 7.0 coming out version, this whole portal is going to get a facelift. Okay, and I think it looks pretty cool now, but it's going to be a little bit better. I think it's going to fill up the screen a little better, and these hearts and the trash cans and stuff will be a little bit more pronounced out there and stuff. So that's coming down the road here very soon. Okay, probably in July maybe. I don't really know yet, but please tell them, because watch, if this house on 5th Street in Hurricane, if this drops off, see it's active right now, but let's say all of a sudden goes to pending or sold or expires, it drops off this list, and Clear might say, Keith, what happened to 5th Street? I like that house. Now I have to go and look it up and see what happened to it. When Clear, all she had to do was save it as one of these two options here, and then it would stay on this list. Then when it changed price, drops off the market, then she says, oh, it's sold now. She doesn't have to keep bugging me about it, okay? So now, she might also say, this way on Fairway Gardens, why do you keep sending, why is this always here? Every time you email me listings, I keep seeing Fairway Gardens here. Why? Well, it's still available to you, okay? I don't want it. Can you get rid of it? Well, see that little trash can right there, Claire? If you hit the trash can and then you refresh, that is a recycle bin, not a trash can, by the way. It is a trash can. This is a manual email. That's why it stayed on this list. But do you see how they're starting to get categorized over here? So she's kind of distinguishing which ones she likes, which ones she doesn't like. So please encourage them to start saving and rejecting listings. And she can come down here. There's a notepad. I don't see notepads on this view. Nancy, make a note if you would for me. Thank you. That on this thumbnail view, we need to have the notepad there. I don't see it there. Okay. Let's go to the summary view. We don't have the notepad here either. Huh. Okay, we need to add the notepads there. Let's go back to the single line view. There's the notepad. See right there? So the notepad means you can leave messages. She can leave messages or I can leave messages. So here you can say, doesn't have a fenced in yard for Muffy to play in. That's her dog Muffy, or I guess maybe she calls her husband Muffy. I don't know. There we go. So you can leave notes. Okay, and let me save another one as favorites. Does that make sense? Okay, so please encourage them to do that if you would. And now when I log back into Matrix, do you see recent portal visitors? Claire recently visited her portal at 10:15 a.m. and she saved 2 properties and she left me a notes. Is that pretty cool?
Yes, it is.
That is the only way at the moment that you will get notified of them doing stuff. So you'll have to periodically log in and check it. But in that next version, remember I said that 7.0 version coming in 2 months. We're getting a facelift to that portal. Well, there's going to be a new option that you're going to have. And that new option is, do you want us to text message you or email you if they leave you a note? ASAP or once a day. So I could have a setting that as soon as possible, as soon as someone leaves me a note, text message me, and within minutes I will get that text message. So that's coming soon. Not yet. But I think that's really cool.
It is.
Yeah, it's really cool. So does that portal visitor thing make sense to you now? So if I keep emailing Eileen and Justin, but I never see their name pop up here, are they looking at it? Nope, I'm wasting my time with them. Here's another way you can see if Justin or Eileen has ever looked at their portal. If I go back to my Matrix contacts, and I look at Eileen right here, has she visited her portal? Nope, she has never visited her portal. How about Justin? He has never visited his portal. And I've been working with them since 2015. Look at that. You think I should get rid of them as my contacts? There you go. Okay. Okay. So that's...
Call and say your mother wears them and hang out.
Is your refrigerator running? Yeah, you better go out and catch it. Okay. Yeah, I never did that. Okay. So that's the recent searches. And do you know up here, or recent portal visitors, do you know up here we remember your most recent searches up here? Have you noticed that already? Mm-hmm. So we show up to 50 of them, and we only go back, I want to say 2 weeks. Okay. Alrighty. Now, are we ready for more searching? Yeah, all right. Now, there is a search right here, a quick search, where you can do a street number, street name, city, zip code, and then hit search. I don't use this one that much. Okay? I use the speed bar. Have you guys used the speed bar up here?
I haven't.
You haven't? Do you like it, or?
I don't know. I just am trying to figure out where I'm a new realtor.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you go in there, I literally type the exact same thing in like 3 times. One time it will show me nothing, and the next time it'll show me everything. And so that kind of drives me crazy.
Sure.
Like, why I'm typing in this address, I'm looking at my paper that's printed off from the MLS,
Uh-huh.
and I'm typing in just the street name or just the something, and nothing, it's not coming up at all. So
Okay.
sometimes that
There's a rhyme and reason to it. Do you have an address for me of a listing? Any of you have an address of a listing?
I can
Find one real quick. Yeah, thank you. Preferably something that's like on North or South Main Street. You know what I'm saying?
More difficult.
Yeah.
Because those are always harder to find. Like,
Yeah.
I want to say 1014 4th Street or 4th Avenue, but
Okay.
probably won't be there.
Here, I'll find one real quick here.
I'm not gonna get something.
Right here. How about trying to find?
Probably do something with 4th Avenue or something.
I mean, we could do
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah. That.
434 18th Street.
Okay.
And that's about it.
So how would you do that? 434, right? Space FOURTH. Is that fourth? Is that right?
18th Street.
Hey, I'm from Ohio, so I don't know.
Is that-
Oh, you said 18th. I'm sorry. I'm still thinking of Nancy's
Yeah.
4th Street. 18th. So is it 18th? Now, what would you type in here? What else would you type in here?
Well, for me, they told me if the least things you can put in there as possible is actually better, and it'll pull more.
Yeah,
So I would
yeah.
just maybe put in 434 or just 18th.
Okay. When you're searching by address, you can just do the street name, or you should be able to, and I'll check and make sure, or the street number, street name. Do not type in street, road, avenue. Don't do that here. Not up here anyways. And if it was North 18th, don't do the north. That's not part of the street name. North, south, east, west is not part of the street, and that's the street direction. So street number, name. So 434 18th. Piece.
That's why that thing's been driving me nuts. I've been giving it too much information.
Probably. Don't do the street roads, like I said. See, right here it's 18th Street. Well, the street is not the street name. Street is the street type. The street name is 18th. And if it's north, south, east, or west, that's the street direction. No, it's just number, name. That's it. Now, here's the other possible problem is what if a realtor said 18th with a space in here? Okay. And doesn't look like there was any there. What if the realtor spelled out 18th? EIGHTEEN 18th, TH, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like 4th Street. Was it 4 or was it 4th? That's sometimes a problem out there. And those are just, hey, however the realtor typed it in is the way you're going to get it. So, okay. Now, I should be able to do this. I should be able to just do 18th here. And look, I get everything on 18th. Now, of course, it's working for me, right? And you said, I know I just did the street name. But look, this is everything. 92 listings on 18th Street. Did I say what city? See, I got Nitro in here. I didn't say what city. Did I say what status? Look, I got all statuses here. Did I say what property type? See, I don't think I got property type in this field, but they're residential, they're land, they're any property type. Okay? I just said 18th. I could have said markets. Let's see what we get for market. Street name is like market. There we go. I got 41. Okay. 18th was good. I like that one. Let's go back to 18th. Now, what you can do is do 18th space A. What do you think A means?
Active.
Active. Out of 92, there's only 4 active listings on 18th. Now, let me try this. I don't know if this is going to work or not. Some places it does res. What do you think res means? Residential. So if I do that, okay, it does work. But they are all residential. So just moving forward, try this and let us know if you ever have problems. Do you have another street, maybe?
I don't know if it was necessary with this. Perhaps it was when I was trying to look for houses within so many miles of.
Oh, okay. On the map.
Yeah,
Okay.
on there. It was.
Okay.
And it, like I just have to like go out and come back in to get it to. You know,
Okay.
one time I would type it in. I don't know. I mean, and it could possibly be user error.
No
I'm
way,
saying
no.
it's not that ever. But I am saying that, like I said, there I have someone watching. Like I just watched you type that in. I'm like, did you see me do that? They're like,
Okay.
"Yeah." So-
Okay. We'll think about it here, but we will get in the map done. Now, when you do a map search, you need the exact address. You just can't do a street name. Okay. Now, with that said, you can do, because if you said 18th Street on a radius map of 2 miles of 18th Street, well, it needs a starting point, needs an exact spot. Now, if you don't know an address, but you can do an intersection like 18th and Vine Street, you know, you can do that without giving us an address there. But if you go out and draw your own shape, have you tried that? And we'll get into that one too. Okay, so so that was my first part on the speed bar, is just doing you know, an address or street name. So yeah, I mean, if I did, we're on Kanawha Boulevard, right? Kanawha, right? Kanawha Boulevard. Now see here, that's also a county name, and it's also a street name, so we want to say the street name. See, we got everything on Kanawha Terrace, Kanawha whatever. Okay. Now, what else can you do on that speed bar? Thanks for asking. Great question. You can do this. You can do A, res, $ 200 -400 space Charleston. What does that mean?
Residential 2 to 400.
That's active, $200, $400,
Thousand.
$1,000 in the town of Charleston. Hit enter. Boom, 137 of them. Is that pretty cool? Okay.
And I hated that little bar. It does all kinds of neat tricks, doesn't it?
Well, watch this. All that, who could tell me what 3 plus 2 is?
3 plus bedrooms, 2 full baths.
3 plus 2, what do you think?
2-car garage.
3 plus 2 is 5. Where'd you guys go to school at? No, I'm joking. Okay. Yeah, 3, I'm sorry. That's been a long
Well,
week.
since you turned her bathroom down, I thought it was garage.
Well, no, she is correct. 3 or more, because of the plus sign, bedrooms. And what type of baths?
Full.
Total baths. Okay.
Well, it could be 1 and 2 halves.
Right. Well, let's do a plus here. Let's do this here. 2 plus. Okay. So that's 3 or more total beds and 2 or more baths. Now look over here. We got. You know what? I want to take that plus out real quick. See, I got 2 and 0, 2 and 0. Okay, so I'm trying to think, how do you guys do, if it was 2.5, would it be 2.5 is what you guys call it? Let me try this here. Let's do 2.5.
Now at the beginning of your bar, you have 0.5.
Oh, my bad. Thank you. Okay. Okay. So apparently we can't do that. The reason why I asked that, because some places say if it's 2.5 and they have 1/2, it's 2.5. Make sense? Some places say total baths, 2 full and 1/2 is 3 total baths. I don't like that way. And some places, and this is the best way I like it, 2 full, 1/2 is 2.1. Because what if you had 2 and 2.5 baths? Then it would be 2.2. If it was 2.5, well, what would 2/2 be? Would that be a whole, make that 3, or what?
Yeah.
So I don't see it here, how you do it. I think it's 2.5 here. I really do. Okay. Anyways, that's the speed bar. Now, a lot of people say, does it matter what order I type this in? No. So I could have said 3 plus 2 space Charleston space res space $, yeah. And then active, right? Yeah, active. So the order does not matter at all when you type it in, except if you're going to do multiple cities, like Charleston space, I'll just say Hurricane. I know they're not close together, but see, if you're doing multiple cities, they need to follow each other. And it doesn't matter which one's first. I just can't do one here and then put one way over here. You know what I'm saying? They have to follow each other. And you can also do zip codes. What's our zip code around here? 25311. Okay. And then you can do 25326. So you can do multiple zip codes in there with a $sign.
If you're going to type in Charleston and South Charleston, do you separate South Charleston?
Let's try it here. That's a good question there. You need to put them back to backs, and it shouldn't matter which one's first. I'll do Charleston space South Charleston. Yeah, see, that worked. Yeah, so I got them both, and it shouldn't matter which one. If I did first, I should be able to do South Charleston space. And you notice I'm just doing a space here. I'm not doing commas, just space. Commas should work too in there. Okay. Can you do everything in there? No. But you can do beds, baths, square feet you could do, acres. And see that little question mark right there at the beginning of that? If you click on that, watch when I click on that. Watch what happened up there. That's kind of weird. Kind of blinks at me. Huh. Something should pop up. Oh, there it is. It's behind the scenes here somewhere. Oh, that's weird. See, it's right there. Let me get rid of it there. Huh. Okay. Let's try it again. Trust me, a little thing will pop up. And you can see it down here, but why is it not popping up? Okay, that's Internet Explorer for you, I guess. Anyways, there's a little thing you can scroll down, and it'll show you the. Oh. Duh. Thank you. I forgot we had a dual screen here. Okay. Here's your help. So it kind of shows you the tips here. Okay. Thing goes through. Now the reason why I want to show you this, one, I love the speed bar. Two, remember the mobile version on your phone? You log in. You can use the full version of Matrix right here on your phone, but it might be kind of hard to see. If you're using that Matrix, the mobile version of Matrix, which is more of a dumbed down version because you're on a phone, it still has that speed bar at the top. So once you use the speed bar here, use it in the mobile version of it, and it'll help you. Because as you can see, it's kind of quick to do it. You know, once you get the hang of it there. So I do like that there. Okay. Okay, and like I said, you can still use this search here if you want. Street number, street names. Alrighty? How are we doing on time? Okay, a few more minutes here, and then we'll take our break. Go up to search. You notice you can search all these property types here. residential, commercial, land, multifamily. Do you guys know what cross-property search is? It's all of these combined. Okay? So if you want to do a residential and a multifamily in one search, not two separate ones, go to cross-property. And then here you can say, I want residential and multifamily. Or do all of them at one time if you want. Okay? But up here, this is just residential, and that is just multifamily. I like to search for them separately, but you can do them at one time. Okay? That's our quick search. Tell you what, before we get back into this, I think it might be a good time to take our break, okay? Before I get into searching, because I want to show you a lot of stuff with searching, and I don't want to get started and then have to stop. So let's take a few minutes, stretch your legs, get something to drink, go to the bathroom. Okay? All right, well, let's get started. Now that we're on the searching here, let's show you some searching tips and tricks to help you here. You got active, contingent, pending, solds, all that information there. Now you notice as soon as I pick on solds, it throws in 180 days back there. Okay, you can change that. You can make it, 90 days back or whatever you like right there. You can also use the calendar right there. And that just opens up, and you can pick your date range this way. Or if you go up here, you can just simply type in, let's say 1/1/17. Now, if I leave it like that, 1/1/17, what will I get for solds?
Everything that is sold since then? Or
Just that one day.
That's what I was going to.
Just that one day. If I wanted everything from that day till today's, then I have two options. Then I put a dash, type in 6/8/17. That's one option. What's a better option? Plus.
Okay.
That means all the way up to today. I like the plus better. One is faster, and two, if this was a save search, I'd have to keep changing that date. Then every day I change it to. Here, the plus just assumes till today. Yeah. So that's how you do that there. So I'll get rid of solds though.
Okay, I'm with you now.
You got it?
I got it.
Okay, cool. After that, we got style here. We got one story, two story. I think that's pretty obvious there, right? Just pick what you want here. Do you guys know what and, or not mean? Now, to let you know, I learned that stuff in grade school. So I don't know if you guys ever learned what and, or not. Did you guys learn it too in grade school? No, I'm sorry. Because I always get this question, what does not mean? I was like, really? You don't know what not means? But let me explain it here. If I pick farmhouse and mobile home, and I say not, what does that mean?
Not mobile home.
I don't want a mobile home and I don't want farmhouse. That means I'll take anything else. I just don't want those two. If I have it on or, now what does that mean? I'll take a farmhouse or a mobile home, a one or the other. If I switch it to and, what will it be?
Farmhouse and.
It's got to be both. And will there be a farmhouse that's a mobile home also? Don't think so. Look at my matches down here. I got 0 matches there. So that's what and is. And you really have to be careful because now that's, let's just say mobile home and 2-story. Okay? I don't think there's a lot of 2-story mobile homes out there. Let's say 1-story mobile home. Now, let me mention this. Now I got 17 matches, mobile home, 1-story. There could be a listing out there where the agent said it's a mobile home, but they didn't say 1-story. They might be thinking, well, it's a mobile home. Of course it's 1-story, so I ain't going to fill that in. If I say, if I'm searching and want mobile home 1-story, but the listing agent only said mobile home, will I find their house, their listing? I said 1-story mobile home, but the listing agent has a mobile home, and it is a 1-story, but they didn't tell us that it's a 1-story.
Yes, not.
You can't get it right. If I have a listing and it's a mobile home, and it's one story. It really is a one story, but I didn't tell you it's a one story. I only told you it's a mobile home. I didn't tell you both. You won't find my listing because I was lazy and I didn't say it was one story. So be careful, kind of going back to that less is more. Less you type in here, the more results you'll get. Try not to say too much. And is a great option to do, but it's also a dangerous one because it's only as good as what the other realtors are typing in. If they don't put in everything, you're not going to find it in here. Now, when you get listings and you're adding that listing into the MLS, you should tell us everything about it. You might think it's silly. Well, it's a mobile home. Why should I say it's a one story? Isn't it obvious it's a one story? Don't care. Still tell us one story. Because you don't know how other people are searching for stuff. Okay? So tell us as much as possible when you're adding listings. But when you're searching, search for less information because you'll get more results. Okay? That's and or not. Now you notice some of these just say or not, or not, or not. Okay. Some of them over here like garage. Oh, here's a good one. Here's a good one. 2-car attached. Now, first of all, do you guys know how to pick 2-car and attached?
No.
That drives me crazy. Look, I'm trying to select it. How come they keep going away?
Just need to hit and.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I will here in a second. Yeah, you got to hold down the control button. Do you see how I picked them both? While you're holding down a control button, you can pick as many options as you want.
I think I did try to figure that out.
You did? Okay.
I think not.
And if you had a Mac, on Macs it's a command button. It's a control button on here.
How do you unselect it?
Hold down a control button and click it again.
Okay.
Okay? Yeah, why does it now? If you're on your phone or a tablet, you don't have to pick because you don't have a control button there. You just pick it, it selects it. Why do we make you do it on a computer? I don't know. Because now I have to get 2 hands out and select it. Okay, but look, my options here. I still have it on or. That means one or the other. That's a 2-car garage or an attached garage. I could get a 1-car garage or a 1-car garage in this search right now. You know why? Because I said or. As long as it's attached. I could get a detached garage in this search as long as it's 2-car. But as soon as I say and, now it's got to be both 2-car and attached. But here goes back to my question. What if I have a house that's 2-car garage and it's attached? Okay? But when I added it to the MLS, I only said 2-car. I didn't say attached. Will you find my house, my listing in there? Because I didn't choose it. I didn't. So when you have properties, it could be something as simple as a garage door opener. Okay? You might say, oh, who really searches for houses with garage door? Oh, I'm just not going to pick that. Well, but your listing does have a garage door opener, but you didn't tell us about it. I go out there, I've got a client that's adamant. It's got to come with the garage door opener, or else I'm not going to buy the house. Now, I think that's pretty trivial because it's not that much to put a garage door opener in, right? But still, yeah, make sure you do that there, okay? Okay. So you know how to pick multiple options up here, right? Okay. If you open up that little box right there, see that little thing there? This opens up. And now you can select and hit add, select and hit add. So you can do it this way too. Or you can just double click. See how they pops over here? And then double click to take them out. Or just select it and hit remove and do it that way. I'll hit cancel there. Okay? If we pick, do we have a parent-child? I don't think we have parent-child relationships set up, do we? Who's up there?
Some of us have on heels or something.
She wears heels all the time.
Who is Gwen the new one?
Yeah, the new
Okay.
membership program. We'll tell her we could hear her down here.
Yeah. See, she's not in rhythm either. Putnam. So you don't have parent-child relationships. You know where I'm talking about, Nancy?
Yeah.
Do we have it with? I thought we had it with schools, don't we? You pick the area
It's only when you enter the
when you enter listings. Okay. Okay. So any questions on this city, county, area numbers? Yes, ma'am.
Now, could I look at listings in Raleigh County?
Sure. How many? Where is Raleigh County at?
Beckley,
Do they have their own MLS down there?
I think they do.
Okay. Now you will find them, but only the ones that are in our MLS.
Oh.
You
okay.
see what I'm saying?
I got you.
So only if there's a realtor that belongs to both MLSs, and then they'll put them in here. So you won't be seeing all Raleigh County listings, just the ones that belong to the MLS here. Right. Okay. Same thing with what's that town way? Not Morgantown, but by Kentucky. Huntington.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same thing with Huntington.
Yes.
Only the ones that are belong to both MLSs there, right? And vice versa too. Yeah. Okay, so no questions on area numbers there. As you scroll down, you see a lot of fields, a lot of stuff you could pick here, but you're going to get down to the point when I want to search by something, subdivisions or postal code or remarks or something. See, now you can add your own columns in here, your own like acres or. So if we're missing something and you want to search by it, here's your additional fields that you can search by. And I added subdivision, I added remarks, additional features, things like that. Have you guys already added your own extra fields down here? No? Okay. But you can to do this here.
Can you not just type in the zip code in
Oh,
your search
yeah,
bar
right here. See right up here?
to yeah.
Yeah, you can just do your zip code there. So yes, you don't really need to have that field called postal code there, because you're correct. It's up here.
It was missing.
Yeah, it was. Thank you.
Added it.
Yeah, thank you. Didn't I tell you to have her add that? No, I can't remember. Okay. Now watch this. What if you want to do multiple zip codes? Let's see if it works this way. 25311, and I get 66, comma 25314. Thank you. 217. So I can just do a comma in there, and I got them both. Or you could do it like that, and then hit more, and do another one. 25314, and that will do it too. Make sense? And while we're talking about this bar right here, you could do, that 18th Street, and then you could hit more, and then you could say Market Street or 4th Street, hit more, and then you could do, another street. Now, if they're
Now it
all
shows zero matches. Oh, is it?
well, and I said active too. Did we have any active listings on 18th? I thought we did, didn't we?
Uh-huh.
What else do I have? Do I have something else down here picked?
Do you have like garages or something?
Let's start over here. Let's do quick. 18th. 4. Yeah, see, there's a 4 active. More.
So that's what I have to do sometimes. I think that's what it is. Like
Well, let's just try and see. Now I got 12. So that did fine. I think I did have something. I think I had contingent up here. I think, but that should just give me more. I'm
2-car garage.
maybe I still had that selected over there. I'm not sure, but something else had to be in there blocking it.
So you're saying that as much as you can add down there in the listing, the easier it is going to be for people to find your.
When you're adding a listing, not in this section here, but when you're under this input and you're adding your listing, you got that all bunch of stuff. And I'll try to log in. I'll show you. We'll go in there too, whether it's first class or second class. Show you some tips and tricks in there. But as much as possible, you fill in, the better, right? Now, when you're searching, less is more. Don't put in as much criteria here, okay? Because you're just going to be hurting yourself there.
Because from that listing, it's going to let someone easier find your list.
Right.
Easier. I didn't say that all correctly.
Right. Well, just going back to my garage situation, what if I have someone searching for attached, but I only said it was 2-car, not attached? I just said it's 2-car. Will you find my house? No. Yeah. Because I only said 2-car. But now, yeah, absolutely. Or, well, you can look at the picture. You can see it's attached. Yeah, I can't search by what the picture looks like, though. And that's where I'm saying with garage door opener or heated or other or whatever, just it's possible. Now, don't make up stuff and say, yeah, it's got a garage door opener when it doesn't. Don't lie. I think we know about that, but yeah, you're just helping yourself out. Okay, street names. Now, in fact, before I get into street names, let's go over, just to make sure you understand, in price, remember I had 200-400, right? And we knew what that meant, right? 200 to 400,000. If I said 200 plus, do we know what that means? 200 and greater. And what does 200 minus mean? What does 200 mean? Exactly 200. Remember on our sold example, and remember when I typed in 1/1/17, it's only that one day. Remember I had to do a plus, I had to do a range, dash, and then the range, and then, or a minus would be everything before that day. But if I left it like that, that means just that day. So that is everywhere in Matrix. When it comes to numbers, so if I say bedrooms and I say 3 bedrooms, that means exactly 3 bedrooms. Okay? If I say 3 plus, that means 3 or more. If I say 3 minus, 3 or less. If I say 3-6, that means 3, 4, 5, or 6, and 3 just means 3. Same thing with bedrooms, baths, square feet. If I say 3,000 or 2,000 square feet, that's exactly 2,000 square feet. Same thing with year build. If I say 1997, that's exactly that year. But if I say plus, it means more. I'm really harping on that because it's really important that you just remember that.
But 1997, 96 would be fine.
Yeah, well, that's where you need to really, and not just on years.
Like when we search for it, that's how you put all that extra stuff in there. It will limit your results. That's why you probably would.
But if a
That's probably like a really old house.
But I think I knew what you were going at, I think, because if I say 97 or greater, and then he comes back to the client, well, will you take a 96? Well, yeah. Well, okay. Now, okay, how about a 95? Will you take a 95? Well, okay. How about, you really got to pin them down. What do you mean on date range? And just not on year build, but on everything.
Because a 95 could be in at least as good shape as a 99.
Sure.
On the properties. I mean, it gets a little bit...
Yeah. Yeah. It's, yeah. Well, a situation, they want at least 4 bedrooms or more. But then they call you up and they ask you about this house they saw on the way to work. And it's only got 3 bedrooms, but it's got a full finished basement. Oh, okay, that'll work. Well, now I'm learning more about you. So you really are not set on 4 bedrooms or more. Because you'll take a 3 as long as it has a full basement. So now you're really you're opening them up because they might tell you one thing, but when you iron it out, you'll find out, yeah, they will take 3. So that 4 plus bedrooms, I need to fix my my criteria there.
Acres is something that's always kind of confused me a little bit.
Okay.
How do you, I want a large lot.
Okay, what does large mean to you?
That large means 100 by 200.
Okay, so that's how many square feet? 2,000 square feet, right? Okay. So acres, and I need to check, do they put in, well, now you got to do that calculation because 2,000 square feet is how many acres? It's less than an acre, right?
It's less than half, isn't it?
I think so.
If I remember
Yeah.
correctly here,
So now you got to kind of know that first. So that's, let's just say it's a half an acre, 0.5 or more. That's what they're looking for.
Okay, so we're a quarter acre.
I think that's what you should do because I don't think acres there gets into the square footage of the lot. That's more like the lot dimensions there.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's always just kind of drove me a little bit crazy, you know.
Yeah, so half an acre right there is 0.5 or 0.25 for a quarter an acre. They want at least that and more. But then here's the other thing. They'll take, we want at least a half an acre or more. So you're searching. But then all of a sudden you find this house that has 10 acres. Oh, wait, that's way too much. Well, you didn't tell me that. You just said a half an acre or more, right? You really need to pin them down to see what they're really looking for.
2 acres or,
Right. So what's your limit on too big? Well, maybe 3 acres. So now you can say like that there. You just got to play that game with them a little bit. Okay, so you'll take 100 acres then, right? You'll take 60 acres. Oh no. So okay, I'm trying to iron this down here. Like bathrooms, at least 3 or more bathrooms. Well, do you want 20 bathrooms? Something like that. I think you'll find a lot of 20 bathroom houses there. Maybe not. Okay. So I showed you the plus and the minus with numbers. Well, that gets us into street names. This is a name of something. So if I type in Maple, guess what I'll get on streets? Exactly Maple. Okay. Now I think we might have got this kind of tweaked a little bit, but just for the fun of it, go along with me. So Maple means maple. So if I go to my results, I should only get houses with Maple Street. Okay. Not Maplewood, not Maple whatever. Okay. If I want that, I should really do an asterisk at the end of it. Have you guys ever heard of the asterisk?
I mean, I've heard of
the
asterisk, but I've not
heard of it in a search. Okay. Remember with numbers, we had pluses and minuses and range. Well, these are letters, and this is names of stuff, so we don't use a plus or minus. So we use an asterisk. Asterisk is a wild card. So Maple asterisk now should give us Maple, but also Maplewood, Maple Valley, Maple Leaf, Maple Syrup, Maple whatever. Okay. Without it, it's just exactly Maple. With it, it's Maple plus anything more. That's a starts with. It starts with Maple. We don't know what it finishes with. If I put the asterisk at the beginning, now what does that mean?
Sour maple. I don't know.
Red maple, right. Or green maple, right. Sour, I like that, sour maple. Sour maple syrup. Okay, there we go. So that's it ends with. In fact, and it could also be maple. Hey, and watch, let me go to my results here. See, red maple. See?
You did better than I did.
There you go. Now, what happens if I put the asterisk before and after?
anything with maple in it.
Anything with maple in it. Red maple, maple syrup, or red maple syrup, or sour maple syrup there. Right. Yeah.
We
Okay.
get the results. I just want to see what it only has 11. So.
Maple Glen, Maplewood Estates. Now, see, it's not the street. See, that's not street. And see the north there is it's not. I just did Maple Grove, Maple Tree. Now, with that said, I do want to show you something that we have done. If I typed in Maple, remember what I said you should get exactly Maple, right? Well, we put that asterisk behind the scenes for you automatically. Okay, so we erred on the side of we'd rather give you too many results than not enough. So there is even though you don't see that asterisk there is one. Go to results. Look, you do get Maple Glen, Maplewood, Maple Grove. Does that make sense?
You just don't get red maple.
Right. So you really don't have to put the asterisk at the end here. We already have one for you. And the reason why I kind of told you that because if you go down to like subdivision name and you type in Maplewood, you might want to do the asterisks there too, because it's always better. It's always safe than sorry. If you're not sure, put the asterisk there. Oop. Okay, but that's what we did in this one field. We automatically hid it behind the scenes, so no matter what you type in there, there is an asterisk at the end. Okay, because Because otherwise people would call and say, you know, I know it's Maple something, and I just typed in Maple and I didn't get it. Well, they don't know about the asterisk, so we decided to make it easier for them than harder. Okay. Now here's a situation. What if I know it's Maplewood, but I don't know if it's Maplewood or if it's Maplewood? Do you see a difference there? Okay, big difference. Some realtors, and you guys might know the areas, that some streets, someone might call it, you know, Maplewood 2 words, someone might call it Maplewood 1 word. Okay, here's a way you can find that, and find it no matter what way they found it. And this is all Maplewood 1 word here. Okay. Now I could have said the asterisk, right? And I would have gotten Maplewood, correct? But I would also get the Maple Leaves and the Maple Glens. Remember that? Okay. So I knew it was Maple wood. I just didn't know if it was 1 word or 2 words. Okay. Oh, here's a good one. Is this the only way to spell First Street? How else can I spell it? Do you see a difference there? So now you can search for it both ways. Same thing with that 4th. And 4th. Okay? Now you can search for it both ways. Make sense? Do you guys have county roads, township roads, state routes? You have state routes, don't you? Isn't there one going through Hurricane?
Was it?
35
That's what I was.
or 34? 34. Yeah, Route 34. Watch this. How would you search for State Route 34?
I don't know.
Is it States Routes 34? Or do you see some agents type it in as SR 34? Or do you see them do ST space RT 34? Or do you see them ST period space RT period 34? Any of those sound familiar? Actually, all the above, right? You know an easy way to find that? Asterisk 34. Wouldn't that do it? Wouldn't that solve it? You know why? Because the asterisk means I don't know what it starts with. ST period, SR, state route, highway 34. As long as it ends in 34, do you see all those different combinations there?
Yeah, and see how they route 34.
Right.
That's the way I've always seen it.
See? So that way gave me all my solutions there. That's another example of the asterisks. Okay? About that one. That one's a neat trick there. Okay. How about a map search now? Now, if I say a map search 2 miles of, what was that 18th Street number? You know what? I can find it here in my recent searches, can I? Didn't I have a street number? .434 18th. Okay. Okay. So if I want to do 1 mile of 434 18th. Now this is where, Dan, I think you had the problem, right? And notice this, I did get that little yellow symbol there, which means unable to find. Whenever you're talking about an address like this, and it still didn't find it, sometimes you might need to give it more help. Comma, space, what town was this in?
I think Dunbar.
Dunbar. See, now it found it. So when you're talking about the map, if you just give street number, street name, it may not find it. You might have to give it a zip code or the city after it. Okay? And now when you open this up, do you see the 1 mile radius of here? Okay. And then once you get this, do you see how you can move this out and make it bigger? Isn't that pretty cool? Or you can drill that in. Okay? But wait, there's more. For a limited time offer only, though, you got to act now. Sorry. Do you see up here you got a radius, a rectangle, and a polygon? So So I could do another.
You can do a shape with inside of it.
Absolutely. Hang on. But why would you do a shape inside of it for?
Sometimes you just want to be on one side of the river there.
Okay. So how would I do a shape within it though?
I guess you click on a starting. Depending on
So
what
don't
you
do a radius then, right? Another one?
No,
So you're talking about another polygon?
Yeah, the
Okay.
that.
And now how would I do it?
You just click on it.
So then you're saying one side of the river? So
Yeah, like if you just want to look at all those houses right there and that side of the river.
right. Now let me show you something here. Do you see how I'm just clicking on along the river here? Now watch this. I'm going to come down here. This is the area I don't want to live in. I want a mile or 2 miles of this address here, but I don't want to live on this side of the river. I've got a fear of crossing bridges, so I don't like that. Once I drew that shape, I'm going to put my cursor on top of that red dot. And do you see my options there when I put it on the red dot? Exclude this shape. Do you see exclude? Watch what happens when I exclude. Didn't that just get rid of those houses down there? Isn't that pretty cool? You see that? Now some people think that's redlining, but it's pink, so you're okay. Because it's not red. Okay. But watch. See, now you can move this up and eliminate listings. Do you see what it... Why, those listings should have dropped off there. Look. Why didn't those listings drop off? There we go. Is that cool?
Yeah.
I love that
Redlining
part.
if your just client says this is where I want to live.
Absolutely. You're right.
I really want to live in South Charleston.
You're right. And I don't want to live on that side of the river. Hey, if they tell me, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, you can do multiple shapes there. Okay. So I think that's cool, and especially if, let's say I was doing a CMA, and I drew this radius of the subject property. Well, it changes neighborhoods, whether it's better or worse, when it goes to the other side of the river. So I don't want the other side of the river. I do want the 2 mile radius, but not on the other side of the river. And then, of course, on the highway here. Oop. Okay, and then I can exclude that shape. Really getting to the point where they want to look. So I think that's pretty cool, you guys. If you're doing this on your phone or in your tablet, I think it's fun too to draw. And once you got a shape, like I said, you can just pull this out more and go like that. Okay?
Get rid of cemetery.
Oh, well, I started wrong. Well, that is the cemetery, right? Right there.
Right there, Grandview Memorial.
Oh, I got you down there. Okay. Yeah, get rid of
We don't
that.
want to go there.
Right. Not yet anyways, right? Now I'm going to clear the map. Now on this map I did an address, but you can also do an intersection. You know, Canal Boulevard and what's that road that takes you up to the mountain, to the highway, up to the airport? Right, yeah. So I could do an intersection there. You could even type in like a hospital or a park or something there. Sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't, but you can do that. Oh, you can type in an MLS number there. So you know an MLS number, type it in instead of the address there. Okay? Any questions on that? Okay. Now once you do your search and you get to the results here, let's just do, stop. Let's just do hurricane here. And let's do 200-250. Now once you do your search, you can go to results, and now there's all 23 listings. And then of course you can go back to the map and see where they're mapped at. Okay. There they go. Okay. You can go to results. Now once you're on this screen, do you see these icons right here? Have you guys played with those icons yet? The first one is pictures. You can scroll through and look at all the pictures of the house. And I think they did a great job with this one. Take good photos, you guys. Make sure they declutter the house. Don't show all these toys. Don't put all the magnets on the refrigerator and stuff like that. Just kind of declutter it, depersonalize it and stuff.
Question.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have a recommendation of what to use to take pictures? Do you take pictures with your phone? Our phones take pretty great pictures.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Or do you recommend really using a camera?
I've got nothing against using phones on there because, like you said, with the iPhones, the latest and stuff, I think they do great. Whatever gives you the best quality, the best quality, because you want to upload the best quality photos as possible. And if you do take them on your phone or any camera, make sure it's set to do the highest quality possible out there. But I do great photos on my phone all the time, so I think that's fine. Yeah. So no, I don't have a preference. Just as long as they're really, really good quality. So that's the picture icon. So at any time you can just click on it and see the picture of the house, and scroll through it and look at it. Oh, for a second I thought that was a toilet, but I'm looking at it from the side angle. You never know. The second one is a map. So if you click on it, you see where that house is mapped at. Oh, it opened up over here. Okay. Then you can say Google Street View. And look at that. Do you guys know you get to pick this Google Street View? Well, first of all, it's your job to make sure the listing is mapped right. If it's not mapped right, you have the authority and the ability to map it correctly. So please do that. Every time you add listings, make sure it's mapped right. Once it's mapped right, then you can check and see what your Google Street View looks like before anyone else does. And because sometimes your Google Street View will be looking like this. Sometimes you're not sure, well, which house is it? Well, you could fix it, and if the nicer house is over here, do that one then. No. Or if the nicer house is over here, pick it on the right house. Don't lie about it. Because sometimes it might be the correct house might be over here looking at it. So it's your job, and sometimes it'll be looking down the street like this. Is somebody coming? Oh no. So
Truck wouldn't impress them very much, would it?
no, I don't think it would either. They might say, oh boy, that's a busy street. I don't know if I'm going to live on that with trucks coming down with little Johnny and Susie out there playing. Oh boy, yeah. In that case, just have it focused down here so they don't see that there. But if that's your listing, you get to pick this street view, so make sure it looks good. And I'll do that trick in here. The next one is the history. If you click on it, you can see how many times that house has been listed, change price, change status, and stuff. So I don't know if you guys have done that one. This is a virtual tour. So if you go out there, you can pay someone to do a virtual tour for you, and you can add it to our MLS. Now you got to be careful on virtual tours, because shouldn't we not be branding on here? Because it should not have the agent's name and stuff on here. So that's something you'll have to think about and talk to your MLS, if that's possible. Every state has something different, see? And they're doing YouTube videos too. So I don't know. I don't know what your rules and regulations are. A lot of them don't want the realtor's name on here. Because see right there. Because you know why? Me as your customer, I go to this agent's virtual tour, I might see their name and phone number and there. So, but that's up to your MLS. But that's virtual tours. What do you think the paper is?
That's disclosures and other papers.
Right, lead-based paint property disclosure forms, PDFs, documents there. Okay. This is the MLS number. Seen right here, we're on an agent single line. So if I click on one of these MLS numbers, it shows a full view. See right there? So what I could do, I could use my back button, and it takes me right back. Oop, it should have taken me right back. If I click on the MLS number, it takes me to a full view, and then the back button should take me back to that single line view right there. Okay. So if you click on it, you can also click the single line view, and that takes you back. Or if you click on an MLS number, you can scroll through and look at them one by one this way too. I don't know if you knew that. And as you see them this way, see the little box right here? You can check them off. So as you find a house that you like, just check it. And then check it. See up here is keeping count. It's keeping count for me of all the listings I checked marked right here. Okay, and then if I go back to the single line, you notice the ones I had check marked are right here. Okay, or you can go up here and change it to the thumbnail view, agent thumbnail. Here, because now you get to see a picture and a little bit of information. That view might be better than that single line view is right there. Just an option for you. And if I do change it to the full view, see where it says Agent Full, down here, you notice underneath the photo we have those same icons right down here. Here's where you can report an error. Okay, so if you see something wrong about this listing, report it to Nancy at the MLS, and she'll look into it. Here's your Supra keybox settings right here, and that's your zip forms. That's your RPR, and I don't know these other products, but that's what they are. And that is, that's another report of violation too, there or there. And then those are the same buttons there.
Now this is where you got the map.
Right there. See that one there?
Okay.
That is the
I
map.
got so carried away looking at the map that I forgot.
Yeah. And what it did, it opened it up over here. Right.
Right. Okay. Got
Yeah. Or when I was back on that single line view, it's right here.
Okay.
It's that one right there. Okay. Yeah.
Like I said, I got so carried away looking at the map that
Sure.
I forgot what I was doing.
And also when the map's here, you can switch it to an aerial view. And when you scroll in, that might help you too there a little bit. But you also have the Google Street View. Google Street View is available. Yeah. Now, down here at the bottom, we got actions. So I could pick, I've got 4 houses picked right here. See if I go down, I got 4 of them selected. So down here at the bottom, I've got email. So if I pick those 4 and I hit email, remember the very first thing I did in here today? I picked 4 and I typed in Claire's name and or email address. And remember I emailed it to her and I showed you what they look like. Okay. And remember, it does not matter what view. See, a lot of people think I have to go up here and pick the client full view and then come down to email and email that. No, that has no relation whatsoever out there. Okay, so I got 4 houses selected. Now that's email. Here's prints. If I go up to prints and I want to print out the flyer view, let me do a print to PDF here. Here's the flyer view. Okay. Let me do the client, not the flyer view. Let's do the. Why can't I? Oh, there's a button over there for me. Okay. There we go. Where am I at here now? Okay, so if I say client full view and I do a print to PDF, here's the flyer full view. Okay? But you could also look at this option here. Full view, you got print header and footer right here. If I print it, now look what it's going to do. It's going to give me my banner here at the top. Remember I talked about that banner?
Yeah.
I need to go there next and show you that, okay? Because you need to make sure you have a banner set up. And now when you print, doesn't that look much better than without it there? So if I was going to give this to my client, keep getting asked this message over here. Okay. That's the view. So it's just that button right here, with it or without it there. Back to results here. So that's my actions. That's my email and print buttons down here. Do you know you can do driving directions down here too? So if I pick 6 houses and I hit directions, guess what it does? it puts it in the best driving order for me.
Oh, that's
How sweet is that? Yeah. So based on those 6 houses I picked, this is the best driving order. Okay. Now what I can do, I can add a start because it doesn't know where I'm starting from. It just knows those 6 houses. So I could start from here, go to those 6 houses, and then stop, come back to here, and it'll give me a all the way around about. And when I come down here, here's my turn by turn by turn to all those houses. Okay? And it even tells me it'll take us 1 hour and 27 minutes with current traffic conditions, 1 hour and 33 minutes down here. So 55 miles. So I picked some pretty far away listings there. But me being a guy, I know a shortcut. Here you go. Here's the shortcut. Now you move it around in the order that I want to, and then once you do that, you have to hit directions again, and then it recalculates. Now it's, wow, that's about the same time frame. But yeah, you can readjust the directions at any time. Okay.
And you can stop and ask for directions too.
No. What?
You can try to use your phone until it says searching for GPS signals.
Right, yeah, absolutely there. No way, I ain't going to stop and ask for directions. Yeah, that's driving directions there. Okay. Well, we'll come back. I want to show you how to save an auto email. We'll get into that part. But before we do that, I want to show you about your banners. Okay? Because remember I said when you email listings to your clients, they see it with your banner up here. So if you have not done this yet, this is very important that you do. Remember the 3 tabs? Remember Home, Search, and My Matrix? So under My Matrix, go to this one right here called My Information.
Oh, I see.
Okay? Now you see all these tabs up here, right? The first one says Information. Please make sure this information looks good. Uh-oh. You lose it?
Well, no, I can't get on. I have been watching this and not doing anything online.
Oh, it timed out?
In a different.
Yeah.
Okay.
Scroll down. I'm no on this one.
Can't.
Yeah. Nah, that's not the trick. Go down one more. Right there. Oh, there you go. Oh, it kicked you out. Just put your password back in.
Yeah.
My computer and I went to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine doesn't.
Yeah, I'm with you. Okay.
There we go.
Now some of these I'm overriding. You see up here where you can override? Now, if you do change any of this information here, it doesn't change it everywhere in Matrix, so you still might need to call Nancy and have it fixed in the system there. Okay?
How do you make it have the little,
Trademark, realtor symbol, where at?
like, well, maybe I don't see it on yours, but like where it has, like where you put realtors, like how
Mhm.
that's trademark?
Mm-hmm.
How do you, yeah, how do you put that on there?
There is a
It's
could.
Alt 0174.
What?
Yeah, I learned it.
Alt
Right.
0174. I don't know if it does it everywhere on here. It's got to be in.
It's control then. It's either Alt or control. I've got it written down.
0174.
Where's the control alts?
It didn't do it.
Well, and it may not do it here, but when we get to the email signature, we might do it there because I think it'll work there. Here, I could see it maybe not possibly working here.
But then is it okay if I have that without that trademark symbol on there?
We do this all over the country, so I'm sure it's okay.
All right.
I mean, we would have heard about.
I just don't want to put any stuff on there like
Sure.
her and be like, oh, you didn't put this.
Absolutely.
Lady.
So if you did change anything, make sure you hit the save button down below. Alt 0104.
0174.
0174. That's what we're
Works in
doing.
Word.
Okay, it just doesn't work when I'm typing in here.
Right.
I got it.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna write that down.
Yeah.
I wrote it down and put it on my monitor because when I found out, I was like, I was going out to the internet every time.
Yeah.
She said, you don't need to do that.
Okay, once you got this saved, go to the header and footer tab. Now that is where your banner's at. When you first come in here, I bet you're seeing this. Is this what you're seeing? On the header and footer tab?
Yeah.
Okay. Pick one of these basic ones. Now let me ask you, do you guys work for one of these companies? Berkshire, Boone, Cornerstone, Exclusive, Family First, Jackson, Old Colony, Property Elite,
Nope.
Real Estate Central, Remax, Sold Sisters. Oh, I guess that's all we have. So what company you work for, Janice?
Selling West Virginia.
Okay, so we don't see that one there, do we? Okay. And Dana, who do you work for?
Runyon Associates. So we can go in and then create one of these for all of our people.
Yeah.
To do that.
Check with your broker, and if they've got one, they could upload it for you. If not, then obviously don't pick one of these. Just pick one of these default ones. Then pick one of these default ones up here. Okay. Now coming soon, remember that enhancement to the portal I mentioned briefly beginning. We're going to have about 20 more banners selected. I think they look really nice too. Very professional. These are kind of standard and stuff, and I was like, they're okay, but still, like, you know, July 4th is coming up. Memorial Day was just here. Maybe use the American flag one for now. So once you pick the one you like, then down here at the bottom, hit the preview button.
How'd you get your things? I didn't get it.
Oh, save your. Did you save your stuff? Oh, hit header and footer.
Oh.
Yeah. And now just pick one of these. But you can, see right here, you can upload your own banner if you create your own or if someone in your office created it for you there.
Oh, I'm sure if we don't have one of those, I'll let my broker know and probably will have this.
Good.
in a
Good. There you
by the
go.
end of the day.
Good. That's how I would do it. I mean,
Yeah, that's what he'll want that on there.
Absolutely.
If he doesn't know about that, if I might just be the only one who doesn't realize, and everyone else, like, they do it for him, I don't know, but.
yep. Now to let you know right now, if you do create one for your company, do you want to have your photos on it? Like yours have your photo and someone else have theirs. Right now, create a generic one, and then for yours, have your box for your photo. For someone else, they'll have to put their photo on there. But in that new update, I believe it's going to work that all you have to do is upload a background one, and then we'll throw your photo on top of it there.
Okay.
I think that's how it's going to work on there. So I need to test that.
And this pops up every time you send an email.
Yep.
To a client.
Or, and let me pick one. Let me pick that American flag one. Once you pick one, Janice, then hit the preview down here. Not only do we give you one for your banner up here, but we also give you a print version of it. So when you go and print listings out, you'll have a print version. So also, Dana, remember, not only if you're going to upload your own, not only do the main one, but do a print version one. It's and when you go and upload, it'll tell you what the dimensions are, how wide it is, and stuff like that.
I do think when I print stuff, Matrix prints. Have to look.
Okay.
Ignore me.
So there is two versions. I just want to make sure you know about. A longer one for your web. Actually, with that new update coming, I don't think there will be two versions. We'll just have one version, and we'll make it fit, no matter if you're printing or not. And then, of course, save it when you're done. Oh, and you might want to have your photo on here too. So right now, you're probably seeing no photo. Is that correct? But since you're on your computer, do you have your photos on your computer? Custom photo, and then hit change photo here. And see, now you can browse your computer, find your photo, and then you can crop out the ugly guy and focus on the cute guy down here. Okay?
Could you go? No, you couldn't. You'd have to do that on your phone to pick up your pick up.
Or just email it to yourself from your phone, email it to yourself, and then when you open it up, that email on your computer, then you'll save it to your computer. So if you got a good photo of yourself, but it's on the phone, right? Email to yourself from your phone to your email address, and then open that email on your laptop. We can get that. Maybe right afterwards we'll.
I got you.
You got it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or log into Matrix on your phone and get to the same spot. Remember, you can do all this on your phone. Just when you browse, now you'll be browsing your phone. You won't have to email to yourself because you're doing it on your phone.
I'll see if I can find a picture on there that looks like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Okay. And notice this. I actually got 3 photos. So, during the summer, baseball, I like having a Reds photo there. But then normally I go back to my normal photo. Oh, that's my graduation photo. There we go. I was young when I graduated. Or I can go back to my normal photo. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's my normal photo. Yeah, it looks just like me. I tell you. Well, I get a little darker here now, but yeah. Okay. Okay. So yeah, just pick your photo, hit save, and your photo's there. Then you got a mobile header. Just make sure you have a photo here too, but coming in that new version won't even be a mobile header because we'll use whatever you have. We'll make it work. CMA cover sheet. So later on when I go and do a CMA, you can have a photo there. Portal information. This one up here called portal information. Remember when Claire went to my website and I sent her listings? There's actually 2 tabs up here at the top. There's a welcome and a properties. Well, on this welcome one, here's all my information right here that Claire or anyone, and she can look at my listings or my office listings right here. Okay? So going back to Matrix here, what information do I want clients to see?
You have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
So if this is an email I sent myself from Matrix to my personal email, it looks like that on the top, that means I don't have anything on there, right?
Right.
Okay.
That's right. So you'll need to pick up and save it, right. But look down here. Do I want to have them see my listings and my office listings? Now, right now you may not have listings, so you may not want to have listings on. But as soon as you do, just check mark it and then make sure you save it. And then people can search for listings on your website. So see, when I email those listings to Claire, she can go out and do her own search. See right here? Claire can do her own searching. Search the entire MLS. And guess who she contacts if she wants more information? She contacts me. And there is a mention in that. Yeah, there we go. Next one is email. This is very important that you get this one set up. Email signature. Okay? Because when you come in an email signature, you tell me, what do you see under email signature? Just your name? Yeah, right up here, Janice. Are you on the email signature tab?
You knew something, I'm confused. I'm sorry. Okay, got it.
You got it? And what do you see in this box here? Just your name?
See it, Dana Hart.
That's it? Okay. I think you should put sincerely or yours truly or hugs and kisses, love always, whatever. Your name and then your company. And then, see right here, we can get that little realtor thing in here. Okay. And then your address, phone number, website address. So go take a moment and just fill that in there. And do you know you can do this? You can highlight certain words, make it bold, italicized. You can change the font type, change the font size of it, change the color of it. It's all based on what you have highlighted here. And I want to see if that Alt 0174. How come that thing opens up? But I will show you this. It may not work there, but look right up here. Do you see that symbol thing right there?
Uh-huh.
You can open that up and go right there
Awesome.
and do it that way. Ooh, 12 o'clock.
What is it? It's a little R. I have to put this out of it.
Right.
I'm looking for it. Oops, it's not coming up. There you go. You know what it's doing.
Okay. And then when you're done, make sure you save it though. And we are right at the 12 o'clock hour. I would like to show you one last thing, saving an auto email.
I hit to change the colors. It's not changing the colors.
You got to highlight it. You highlight the word? Yeah.
Okay.
Did that work?
Yeah, but it stayed highlighted.
Well, that's all right. And then click off of it. Is that all right?
I don't know my office address. I just drive down there.
Yeah. Oh, you hit the background. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Do that one there. There you go. Okay. Highlight it again, though. I think you got to highlight.
Unhighlighted.
There you go. Yeah, see. Highlight it again.
I need it. Okay, I think I've.
Now, go up to that, make it none. The second one. The second one. Oop. And say, let's say white. Should be that top one there, I guess. Yeah, there we go. Now, highlight it and change the text one there, right. That one right there, right. There you go. There you go. Yeah, what Dana was doing, she was highlighting that, which is correct, but she was using this one, not that one. This one does the background. See, made it like that.
Yeah.
So we'll make it on white. And this is what would change the font words, right. There, okay? And save it. Okay? Let me show you, since we are out of time, because I think we all want to take a lunch, don't we?
Yeah.
Let me show you how to do an auto email. Save a new auto email. Okay?
Okay, did you show us how to do the signature?
That was the signature right there.
That is the whole signature right there.
Right. Just type in everything. I'll work with you right afterwards, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Just stay right there. I'll show it to you. I'll work with you. Okay. So to do this part, I'm going to go back to the home page. Okay, we're going to do an auto email for Claire. So,
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
okay? So Claire wants me to do a search for her and have it update her every day on new matches. So I'm going to go search. And Claire wants me to do a residential search, so I'm going to do residential. And Claire says she wants something in, we'll say Hurricane again. I keep picking on Hurricane. She wants me something between 2 and 250. She wants at least 4 bedrooms or more. She wants at least 2 total baths or more. Okay, we're down to 11 matches. That's good. So she wants me to save this search, and as new things happen on the market, let her know as soon as possible that they're happening. So now that I've got this, I go to results, and there they are. There's her current matches. And down here is her criteria. Okay? So I'm going to go to save. Do you see save right there? I don't want to save it as a save search because that, when I say save search, all it does say, give it a name, who is it for? There is no action to it, so I don't want that in this case. I want to save it as a new auto email, which will auto email her new matches. Now it says, okay, who is this for? Now Claire is in my list. If she wasn't, I could add her real quick and put her in my list.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to add her. Now, do I want to get blind carbon copies of these? Probably, yeah. Now, Now, Claire could have 3 or 4 searches. She could be looking at Hurricane. She could be looking for investment property in downtown Charleston. She could be looking for land. So kind of name it descriptive. So if this is a Hurricane, single family between, and I know I didn't spell that right, 200-250, okay? Now, there's a welcome message. She gets this welcome message, blah, blah, blah. I'll be doing this, whatever. Once she opens this, she will never see this message again. Now, she'll just see recurring messages from future. Either one, if you don't like our message, you can type in your own message if you like. And then if you like your message, there's a little wheel down here that you can set it as your default. And we'll use your message from here on out. Not
That's like the old one kind of.
right. So we'll use your message instead of that one. And same thing with the recurring one. The recurring one just says, hey, there's something new, go look at it. But you could put a little note here, say, don't forget to save listings that you like, or reject them, or leave me notes on there. So that may not be a bad idea. And then you could save that as your default too. And then here's your signature. That's why you want your signature looking good here, because when they get it, you want them to see this, not just your name. Then down here, do you want them to get it ASAP, or once a day, or twice a day? I kind of like ASAP, as soon as it happens. Now, do you remember the concierge mode, where I get it first before they ever do?
Yes.
If I don't want them to get it, I would enable the concierge, and watch what happens to my schedule here. There is no schedule. The schedule disappears because I enable the concierge mode. If I take that out, now it reappears. So if I don't want them to get it, I want to look at first, enable the concierge, and then save it. And then guess what you'll have on the home page? That little concierge widget. You don't have it there until you actually have a search that you said yes to enable the concierge. Okay? I'm not going to do this for her. I'm just going to say send it to clear ASAP and then hit save. And now a new auto email was just created for her. Where do I find that auto email? Under My Matrix Contacts is one place. And see if I go down here to clear. Guess what? She's got one auto email. And guess what it's called? Hurricane SFR between... Oop, I forgot the 0 there. Oh well. Okay, that's one place I can find it. Where else can I find it? My Matrix auto emails. And it's right there. Now, see that white circle? The white circle means the client must click that first email's link already sent to activate. So we're waiting and we're waiting for her to click that link. As soon as she does, it turns green with the white check mark. That means it's good. She's got 30 days to click that link, or else we turn it off. Okay? She's got 30 days. Now, once she clicks on it and becomes green, now she's got 80 days to look at it because she's already accepted it, so we give her a longer time period. As long as she's looking at that one time in 80 days, we'll get 80 more days and 80 more days there. Okay? And then of course, when they buy a new house, do you still want to keep sending them new matches after they buy a house? I don't think so. So what you could do then is select it and delete it, select it and disable it, and watch what disable does. Disable just stops it there. And if you stop it, you can actually click on it and go back to settings. See, it's disabled. See right here, I can enable it again and turn it back on. See, now it just got turned back on for them. Okay? So that's the auto emails. And now I can see if they've been sending me stuff and everything there. So that's all right. Okay. All righty. Pretty much auto emails. Start saving those. So, okay, let's take our break and then we'll have lunch. We'll do the last class.